Talking of pride, what moment would you say made you the most proud within your business? Would it be having your first sweets done at your board games night, having your brand name plastered over New York, or would it be having being able to see people enjoying your products and your creative flair at your events evenings?
So it should be like the New York one, because there's a lot of work that's gone into it, and it does make me proud. It makes me really proud, because Sinclair is actually a family name of mine, so there's a lot of pride with that as well. But it's probably the first time, like the really early stuff. Now everything, I was saying earlier, everything is just surreal. It's just quite. I still to this day find it difficult to take it in.
Is it going to be, you might feel more proud to say of your later accomplishments later on, once you've had that opportunity to sit back, because is it a case of it's easier to appreciate something that's been done?
Yeah.
Compared to something you've done more recently.
Yeah, I think it was said at an award ceremony a couple of years back, actually. I'm going to butcher what they said, but when you're climbing the mountain, it's difficult to appreciate it whilst you're climbing it, but every now and again, take time to turn around and have a look at the view.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I look back at the really early days really fondly, really fondly. I think because I don't know. A lot, yeah. There's a lot of failures in my career, I guess. In my entire life, I've failed a lot, a hell of a lot. School wasn't very good. When I was a chef, wasn't very good for a very long time. And I guess with the first couple of times that people experienced the gummies, this was maybe the first time that I truly properly made something.
Right. Is that same thing of when you come up with what some people, I guess, would call their signature dish, is putting you on a plate, or in your case, it's
yeah. I guess that's a good parallel. When like a chef has made their signature dish, when Heston made the snail porridge for the first time, I know it's just one of those things like, oh, I did that. That's pretty amazing. And also, I guess with the gummies, and I guess it's all connected to the gummies because that was the very first product, and it all gravitates around that. But the amount of times that Mel and I were laughed out of meetings because people just thought it was a stupid idea, and then every time like I think of that, I always think back to that first time that I gave it to someone and they had that, like, wow, that's cool, that's amazing. I don't know. Yeah, proudest moment's probably the genesis of the gummies, because that was my first. That was the first time I don't know. I probably happened something.
The gummies at the beginning was your first step. What's next? What's next for the brand? What's next going forward?
Oh, $1 million questions. Yeah, what is next? What is next for the brand? I don't know. Obviously, just try to negate these COVID-19 waters as best as we possibly can. But for Smith & Sinclair, it's always the same thing. Our brand mission is to make adult be more fun. That's what we'll always try to do. So every product that we make, it'll always try to do that. I guess I'm really enjoying of late being in front of people a lot more, showing them stuff.
Time to enjoy being in front of people.
Yeah, it is a safe distance. But I don't know. With I personally really enjoyed showing people fun stuff. So we do these workshops and these masterclasses, and also there's I guess it's something I haven't really mentioned. There's 3 arms to the business for Smith & Sinclair, and they all kind of work holistically together, and they work off each other. So there's a retail arm of the business. That's all the stuff we sell in stores. There's the experiences. So maybe like the flavor gallery or the bubbles that I mentioned earlier, and they kind of educate about the products that we do. And then there's also the brand partnerships, and that's really been my bread and butter recently. So the brand partnerships are, we work with amazing businesses. Half of my liquor cabinet is actually because they're brand partnerships. These are like some of the brands we work with, but we work with brands, and even though we're growing and growing and growing, the thing is, with a startup, you have this pivotability, so you can work really quickly, and if you have an idea, you just go with it. And these big conglomerates, they're amazing companies, but like I don't know, what's someone on, I don't know, Smirnoff up there, or Bombay Sapphire. They're these amazing, huge businesses, but the thing that happens when you become a big business is, I compare them to like big 16-wheeler trucks. They like these unstoppable juggernauts, but if they have an idea, it's really difficult to stop, slow them down, and then change course. So what they do some of the times is they work with people like us, that we can have an idea and chuck something in the marketplace immediately. And they use our innovation and our creative process, which I absolutely love, because in essence, it's solving a problem. It's like, okay, this is what we want to do. How do we achieve it? And then we get to work with them. And then it can be something as small as developing a signature cocktail for an up-and-coming spice rum brand, or is this something as big as our brand partnership with Bombay Sapphire, creating the edible paint, where you paint the inside of the glass of Bombay Sapphire blue edible paint, and then instead of having a squeeze of lemon or lime like you might have it with a gin and tonic, it bleeds into the glass acidity and flavor and that Bombay Sapphire blue color. So it's really theatrical, it's engaging, it's evolving the drink.
It's great for both brands, really.
Great for both brands, absolutely. And just like I said earlier, kind of piggybacking on these, not piggybacking, but just working with these big businesses, and they give you their audience, and then you give them your innovation and your speed, I guess. So that is definitely something that is in the future for Smith & Sinclair, I guess. Just our original goal, which has kind of changed, but Mel and I, when we started, we want to disrupt the alcohol and food industry. We want to kind of blend the two, because I'm sure as a chef you'll agree that in kitchens, they're front of house, we're back of house. That is it.
There is a natural divide.
Yeah, natural divide. So it's quite, I love kind of forcing them to interact with each other. So yeah, I guess for Smith & Sinclair, there's going to be more of that. And in my personal life, yeah, I want to teach people, I want to make cocktails and really innovative food and drink more obtainable for people. So someone like, I don't know, Heston, I admire him, I adore him, he's amazing. But if you want to eat at a restaurant, you need to have a lot of money and a lot of time to wait on the waiting list. So I want to have this, I want people to be able to have little mini examples of those experiences, but you don't need to have a 6K salary to do it, and all the time. You should be able to experience those things. So I guess my personal life, I want to do more of that stuff, and with Smith & Sinclair, do more of that stuff, and then some, I guess.